Hi, Sreeram. Welcome to DC Conversation. Welcome back.
Hi, Rashmi.
Hi. So let's
Thank you.
begin with a very basic question. You know, engineering, then Indian Idol winner, and now being the
Yeah,
host of, Telugu Idol. So how do you look back at that leap of faith?
leap of faith. Yeah, I think I am good at taking the leap of faith. In every time and every junction in my life, that's one thing that I've trusted in instincts and, you know, wanting to trust, waking up with a hope, looking up for something big is what I've always followed. And of course, when you dream big and when you start at zero or in minus, and when you dream big, leap of faith is the only hope that a person has. You have to trust something and take that step forward because 90% of the people just back off right at the point when they're supposed to take the leap.
Yeah.
That is what I've observed. And that is one thing that I have gone for, like, डर के आगे जीत है जैसे बोलते हैं. So I've always trusted something from within, always gave me that confidence that, I think you should try this. I think you should go for this. That thing I would like to definitely give to myself. I think I've backed myself really well because
Mm.
no matter how much people are the cause for you to push, they can only push you. After that, जो काम करना है आपको खुद को ही करना पड़ता है. And at the same time, I'd like to definitely give credit to every person at every point in my time when they pushed me or inspired me or gave me that, may it be positive or negative, कि तू नहीं कर सकता, या तो तू कर सकता है. There have been multiple people in multiple forms where people have tried to pull me down. They have kind of inspired me and pushed me forward. So there are different kinds of people, and I'd like to thank every one of them.
That's like be your own cheerleader, right?
Absolutely.
Now you're back to hosting Telugu Indian Idol, and
Yeah.
what's the most fun part about being on the other side of the stage? Because you've been a contestant yourself.
Definitely, there are actually three sides of the stage. One is from the contestant perspective. Actually, four sides. One is the contestant perspective, one is the host perspective, and one is the judge's perspective. And the last one is the maker's perspective, right?
Yeah.
The crew, people who are creating the concept, who are executing it, editing it, pre-production, post-production, and all that. So yeah, so I have kind of uh, been a bit of everything, where I know how the shoot is done. I've been there as a contestant. Now I've been there. I'm being there as a as a host. I know what happens behind scenes. I know what goes into editing a particular scene and what the makers want and what they don't. And it's taken me a while doing anchoring for what 3 years is what I've understood what actually happens on stage and all. But yeah, judging point, I don't know. I don't think I would want to be sitting on that panel and trying to judge people or judge on what their performance is or choose between the two. That's the toughest part for me in life. If I get a choice to choose, that's where I get stuck.
Yeah.
Because that's the toughest part. But being the contestant is a fun part until and unless you're learning something, whether failing or winning, but you have to learn something. That is very important being a contestant. So I have been there and I cherish every moment as being a contestant. And anchor is, I think, the most fun part is anchoring a show, especially when you can relate to that show and when have people identify you as something which is part of the show. That's the fun part where you have no stress of wanting to prove yourself or wanting to gain points or wanting to judge someone. You're just having fun. Your only job there is to support people who are coming to sing and then, present them to people who are judging them and be a people's voice, people's face, and entertain people. That's the most fun part about anchoring, and that's what I love doing. Even on my stage shows, the same thing happens because nobody's judging me. And of course, they paid me, so they respect me that I'm there on stage already. Even on
Mm.
our live performances, all your job is to just go have fun, make them have fun, and come back. So that's what I do even on anchoring. What I do on my stage live performances outside is what I enjoy doing on anchoring, and I relate a lot to that, especially Indian Idol because I've been there and I've started from there. So it gives me a kind of a boost, that a validation kind of thing.
So you do give tips to contestants after,
Absolutely,
yeah. So when
absolutely.
you're
Just
when you're
yesterday,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, please, please, please ask me, ask me.
No, no. So when you're stuck, on a decision, like you were telling, you had to choose between two of the best singers. What is it that you go by? I mean, what is it that drives your decision?
See, thankfully, I have never been in that situation, at least on Idol, though I've judged quite a few shows outside. On
Hmm.
Idol, I'm the one who's announcing who's who's being chosen. So I'm hardly asked, as in, what do you think of this person? Yeah, Taman sir sometimes asks me that, what do you think? Who's good? Tell me
Hmm.
your view.
Hmm.
And I just give them my view, and of course, ultimate decision is of the judges.
Yeah.
And even the makers sometimes, when they're in a fix, they come and ask me, and I'm like, yeah, I think this is a good choice. This is good. So when that's what I do on Idol as of now, because I'm not the decision maker.
Hmm.
I'm just the decision giver. Whoever makes the decision, I just announce it. And sometimes there are times where I feel कि अरे यार इसको आना चाहिए था, इसको क्यों नहीं आया? Probably there are some other factors. Probably if I was sitting there, I would have chosen the other guy or something. But yeah, everybody has a point of view and a perspective. So it's kind of, so to answer your question, what would I choose for is definitely sur, feel, pronunciation of the lyrics, and how true are they to their art is what
Hmm.
is important. You know,
Yeah.
you might have multiple number of stories that, मुझे I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but वो conviction जब आपको उस performance में दिखता है, I think that is the most purest decision that we can take. If someone is very true to their art, and someone not being in a comfort zone, trying to do something that they have not grown up in or not been supported for, and still trying to be there, get that, is what actually will make me take a decision. Probably I would go for a backstory of where they come from, what they've done to reach here, and who needs the most number of push. Probably अगर इसको हम ज़्यादा push करेंगे तो शायद आगे जाके ज़्यादा better कर पाएगा life में. It's all about being good and being respecting what they're doing, right? So that's what
Yeah.
my decision would be.
But I mean, yeah, you don't judge, but you do mentor people, probably give them tips and talk to
Absolutely. I
them.
mean,
Yeah.
I've been in that situation where I definitely had one or two people who guided me, but probably with more guidance, things will get definitely better. And that's what I try to do when I'm as an anchor trying to guide them. When I see someone is struggling somewhere, I just go take them to the side and I talk to them. I'm like, dude, what you're doing, this is not right. This is right. I think this is what you should do. Because most of the times you don't get that feedback from people around you. It just
Yeah.
takes a long time in your life to actually experience and learn from your other experiences and learn from your experiences and reach a stage. It takes quite some time, and people are not that, nice to you in the real world outside. They're like, हाँ देखते हैं अपने आप क्या करेगा, मैं भी देखूंगा, कुछ बताऊंगा नहीं types. There are a lot of such people, but there are a few people who genuinely want to help you. So I'm that one of those few people, who would want to come and go and talk to the contestant if he's struggling with someone, or if she's struggling with something,
Hmm.
and give them whatever could push them forward, give them that push and boost. Yeah.
Don multiple hats. It's like singing, dancing, acting. Which one feels more, most like home to you?
So basically, whatever work I'm doing, I don that particular cap is what I have mastered in, I would say. Or if I'm a host, I'm just going there and I'm just being a host.
Hmm.
I don't like to, and everything is like switch on, switch off for me. And I've trained myself to do that so well, of course, with the conditions that occur in real life that make you so tough as a person, that भाई ये इतना तक ही करना पड़ेगा इधर, इससे ज्यादा उनको नहीं पसंद आएगा, इससे कम भी नहीं पसंद आएगा उनको. Right. So I've somewhere been auto-tuned accordingly, where अगर acting के लिए जा रहा हूँ तो then of course I have to be a good actor. So I do my preparation. My prep is very important. So I
Hmm.
prepare a lot for whatever I'm doing. If I'm going there to sing, I'm preparing as a singer. I mean, if I'm going there to host, and I prepare myself as an anchor. And act, of course, I go in the character. I've done a lot of workshops. I love being an actor too. But yeah, I mean, it's all the need of the hour. I think there are a lot of factors, and if and when um the universe thinks or makers think that I would be a good actor, then definitely I'm making myself prepared for it. I'm all ready to be a singer, actor, dancer, host, actor. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so I just, I just love to be prepared with what I'm doing.
Now, for the most talked about question in the recent days, like you turned down Big Boss this season. What went behind that decision?
I, it was a very tough decision for me, I should say, because see, I mean, it's a very different, it's a debate, it's a debatable topic that musicians, Big Boss is for normal people, right? It's for Aam Janta
Yeah.
and the audience who watch music shows or dancing shows not necessarily watch Big Boss, or the audience that watch Big Boss, they don't necessarily watch any of these. These are all acquired tastes. So having said that, I've been in the Telugu format of it and I loved
Mm,
it and I
mm,
loved the connection that I had with people.
mm,
But then after that, a whole different life had started for me. And I started reaching out to people more in form of music, and people started recognizing me more in form of music and whatever stuff that I've already done in the past.
mm,
And given a chance, I would definitely want to go and spend time and play, be a part of Big Boss. But this year, I was almost there. I was almost going, but then I had some commitments that I had taken up, which is a US tour that is happening in a week. I have to go for like a week, 10 days to US. I had Indian Idol happening. I have another couple of like a few commitments, like a couple of shows in October, and these are all commitments that I had taken up. And the choice was between being ethical and being non-ethical. You
mm,
know, if I had to be ethical, then I had to justify my commitments and then fulfill my commitments, yeah, promises. And Big Boss
mm,
came up at a time where I had to either leave those things and then come to Big Boss, or don't go to Big Boss and fulfill my commitments. So I just went with the commitment because I had given someone a commitment, like a lot of people some commitment. So I thought I should finish those and probably next year थोड़ा सा early start करके if अगर chance वापस मिलता है अगर तो definitely I would want to go and be part of Big Boss and get closer to the national audience. Yeah.
Performing at Mahakumbh with legends, what was that moment like for you?
Spiritual journey has been amazing. It started I think last year for me with visiting Isha, taking part in the inner engineering course, and then I visited Osho for a couple of days. I just meditating and all that. I just started getting, I don't know, the doors for spirituality had opened up last year for me through a few friends and then also from within. And this year I met Premanandji, Sir Baba, somewhere 3 months ago. And before that is when I got a call from the central government for a performance at the Mahakumbh. They said, हम चाहते हैं कि आप आके गाएं. And Mahakumbh itself was a lifetime opportunity. And I just felt as if it was a calling. And then I just took it up and I took my parents and I had like I went to Ayodhya one day. On my birthday, I was in Ayodhya, 19 Jan. And then I went to Mahakumbh on 20th. I had a performance. 21st, I went to Varanasi. I took my parents along. It was a beautiful 3, 4 day trip that I had. And I loved it. And I was just flowing. I was just flowing with the opportunity that I got. You know, कि भाई ये करने मिल रहा है तो मैं कर लेता हूँ. And I identified a part of me as, you know, a devotional spiritual guy who enjoyed doing it and who would love to do that going forward as well.
Your discography has like all kinds of songs, like emotional and upbeat songs, and you also have
Yeah,
something like Subhanallah. So, which
yeah.
one track do you feel truly defines your journey? Is there a song like you call it your own? Maybe this sums up my journey.
I don't know if it is fate or if it is destiny that all the songs that I've sung so far, they identify my personality at some point in some way. The first song that I sang was Kaisa Ye Ishq Hai, the remix in Mere Brother Ki Dulhan, which was a remix again in 2011. So it was a remix. The actual version was done by um, Rahat Sahab. Rahat Sahab has done the actual version and I've done the remix. It was like at a very confused state in my life कि मैं करूँ क्या अभी इंडियन आइडल हो गया इसके बाद मुझे इंडस्ट्री में जाना है तो भाई कैसे जाऊँ है ना and the first song that released and became a super hit was Balma which was
Mm.
given to me by Himesh ji in 2012. And that was like a celebration to, that it was like a celebration. It was like a full item song where people are dancing to it. And the same year, 31st, when I was partying in Goa, I get a message from a friend saying, you know what, when your friend's song plays in a club and people are dancing to it, that's when you think your friend is successful. And
Yeah.
it made me feel so good. It gave me a validation of all the mehnat that I've been doing in 2012. It just started as Balma and then came down to Subhanallah. It's a very romantic song and a contrasting romantic song. So I think I have all these shades built within me, and the versatility came out in form of my songs, and people know those songs is why I'm so glad in life. Because कभी कभी ये होता है कि बहुत सारे गाने आप गाए होते हो फिर लोगों को पता ही नहीं होता कि कौन सा गाना गाया है.
Yeah.
बट नाउ इट इज एट अ स्टेट में लोगों को गाना पता है बट शायद सिंगर नहीं पता हो. तो वो बोलते हैं अच्छा आपने ये गाना गाया ओ सुपर. सो आई these are all my identity cards for my life. I I I am that person at some point in my life. And the same time, Gelupu Talpli was a classic in Telugu that I sang, which is a sad song, which is about life, which is about ups and downs in life, and which is about successes and failures. So yeah, I enjoyed that as well. And recently, I got my Filmfare last year for this song in Baby called "O Rendu Prema Meghalila," which is again a beautiful song about a couple and love and how auspicious love is and how how innocent it is in the initial stages of life. So yeah, I relate to every song and every hit song that I've done in my life.
What next? Any new roles you're taking up other than acting, singing?
So my WhatsApp status is what next always. I wake up and check. That is what next. It is so when you ask what's next, that's what I that's what I thought that I also don't know what next. But yeah, I definitely like to live my present to the perfect and do justice to the present, and that's when your past starts becoming beautiful, and then your future I think opens up in a good way for you. So I believe I'm a strong believer of karma also, but at the same time, be good and do good. I think that's when you get good. So my
Yeah.
present, I try to live it to the fullest and be happy and keep myself happy and content so that my past becomes beautiful. And having said that, I'm doing independent music. Now, this year is a lot of changes that have happened in my life and have been happening.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I want to do a lot of independent music. I want to start putting out what music means to me and what I wanted to do always. But yeah, every 5 years there is a whole different recession that happens in the music industry and pattern changes. So earlier the schooling was different when I was on Idol and I came out, and now the schooling is different. People are more identifying as independent artists and
Mm.
putting out what music is to them. So my perspective of music is what I want to start putting out from this year. And also I'm doing a couple of Punjabi songs I'm shooting next week, and I'm doing a couple of Telugu songs. I'm doing a couple of Hindi songs. So I want to do at least 6 to 8 independent songs every year, and that's what I'm gonna work towards.
All the best. And before we, end this, I'm sure, I mean, your fans would want to listen to you. So, two of your favorite songs. One in Hindi, one in Telugu. One line, two line, how much ever you want to sing.
No problem. So I mean, I love singing melodies, and
Mm.
I think that's where you reach out to people's hearts. That's where
Yeah.
people get connected to you when it's a melody and they kind of relate to you. So yeah, I mean, although last year I had a hit song called Nallanchu Tellachira, which was an item song, I love that too. But the award-winning song for me, my Filmfare winning award was Baby or Rendu Prema Meghalila, which people, again started loving me for after that song. So I'll sing a couple of lines of that song in Telugu. తోచిందే ఇదంట కలలకే నిజములా సాగిందే దారంతా చెలిమికే రుజువులా కంటిరెప్పకను పాపలాగా ఉంటారేమో కడదాకా సందామామ సిరివెన్నెలలాగా వందేళ్ళైన విడిపోక ఓ రెండు ప్రేమ మేఘాలిలా దూకాయి వానలాగా ఆవానవాలు ఏ వైపుకో తేల్చేది కాలమేగా.
And
Yeah,
Hindi.
so that was my Telugu song. And Hindi, definitely. Uh, you tell me what Hindi song do you want to listen? A dancey song or a melody again? Which one?
Melody any day, yeah.
Yeah. So Subhanallah is one melody that I've sung, and Hali Dil Mera is another song. So Hali Dil Mera probably I'll sing from the movie Sanam Teri Kasam, which was re-released and did amazingly well.
Yeah.
हाले दिल मेरा पूछो ना सनम, आपके इश्क की मदहोशी में डूबा है ये आलम। ओ हाल दिल मेरा पूछो ना सनम।
Thank you so much, Sreeram. Thank you for talking to us. And all the best for all
Thank
your
you,
future
Reshmi.
endeavors.